Welcome to this explainer brought to you by Forge College. In our last lesson, we got pretty deep into the weeds mapping soul-bound attributes to identity models, right? Super cool stuff. But today, we're pivoting to a brand new challenge. You've built this amazing AI-driven CLI tool on your local machine. It's humming along beautifully. But how do you actually get that awesome tool off your laptop and into the real world? Well, that's exactly what we're going to solve today as we master packaging and distribution workflows.
Here is our master blueprint agenda for today. We'll be covering 1. The packaging bridge. 2. Blueprints, package manifests. 3. The executable shebang. 4. Local install methods. 5. Automating the assembly line. And finally, 6. Verification and next steps. Let's get right into it.
So, look, we've all been there. You write this brilliant script. It runs flawlessly on your laptop, you proudly hand it over to a teammate, and boom, red error messages everywhere. It's the classic "it works on my machine" problem. So how do we get our developer tools out into the wild seamlessly? We desperately need a structured, reliable way to package and share them.
Think of packaging like building a massive engineering bridge. It truly is the bridge from an internal prototype to a distributable artifact. It's not just about zipping up some loose files and crossing your fingers. It's about carefully framing your code so it can be installed, properly versioned, and thoroughly verified locally by literally anyone, anywhere.
Section 1. The packaging bridge.
Okay, so every solid bridge starts with a master blueprint. In the Node and JavaScript ecosystem, this is your package manifest, typically your package.json file. You can think of this as the absolute single source of truth for your entire project. It boldly declares the name of your tool, its current version, your command scripts, runtime dependencies, and the absolutely crucial bin mapping. Basically, it tells the world exactly what your CLI needs to survive.
Section 2. Blueprints, package manifests. When we're looking at our packaging options, you certainly could build a standalone binary, which is great, but it makes for a way heavier artifact and requires some pretty complex platform builds. You could also go with a Python package, which is awesome if your whole team is already Python first. But leveraging an NPM package with TypeScript provides a dead simple, highly reproducible flow that's absolutely perfect for Web 2 and hybrid stacks.
Now let's zoom in on a very specific kind of magical part of that manifest, the bin mapping. Having a small_app command pointing directly to dist/cli.js is essentially a hard-coded routing instruction. It tells the user's operating system, hey, whenever someone types small_app into their terminal, I want you to immediately look at and execute the file sitting at dist/cli.js. It completely abstracts away all those messy file paths for the user.
Section 3. The executable shebang. Now there's this weird, quirky little line of code called the shebang. It looks like a hashtag and an exclamation point, followed by a file path, and you absolutely have to place this at the very top of your compiled JavaScript file. Think of it like a forwarding address on an envelope. It explicitly tells the operating system, hey, please don't just read this as plain text. Use Node.js to actually run this file.
But what happens if that shebang goes missing? Well, welcome to a classic developer trap. You spend hours building a tool, you proudly ship it, and it immediately breaks. Why? Because your compiler aggressively stripped out the shebang, or maybe you just forgot to set the file to have executable permissions in the first place. Your computer just stares at the file in total confusion. So rule of thumb, always protect your shebang.
Section 4. Local install methods.
So we actually have two primary ways to test our tools locally before unleashing them on the internet. First up, npm link. This is like opening a magical portal directly to your workspace. You type a command, and your local source code is globally symlinked. It's incredibly fast. Then we have npm pack, which is quite literally like boxing up a product in a warehouse. It produces a compressed artifact that you can then install. Honestly, this is the safest way to test because it perfectly simulates what your teammates will experience without them ever touching your raw source tree.
Section 5. Automating the assembly line.
By adding automation scripts right into your package manifest, you're creating a strict, foolproof assembly line. We have build to compile our code and test to verify it, but I really want you to think about pre-pack. If you set this script to run your build and test commands, NPM will automatically execute them before it ever creates that distributable artifact. It's a total lifesaver. It guarantees your package is successfully built and tested before it ever leaves the factory floor.
Section 6. Verification and next steps.
Okay, here is your strict 4-step verification checkpoint. Before you ever call your CLI done, it needs to pass this test. Step 1. Is it installable and actually available on your path? Step 2. Does the help output clearly print your usage details? Step 3. Does the version command output exactly match your manifest version? And Step 4. When you actually run it, does it exit cleanly with a 0 code and return the deterministic JSON you expect? If you can confidently check all 4 of those boxes, boom, your local install is going to behave exactly like a production release.
Let's do a really quick recap before we wrap up. Your manifest is the master map connecting your commands to your executable files. Remember, your artifacts absolutely must have that shebang and the right executable permissions. Always use local installs to thoroughly validate your package without blasting it out publicly. And finally, rely on those pre-packed scripts to ensure total reproducibility for your team and for your fellow students in your Forge College learning paths.
So is your CLI ready to leave the local machine and enter the automated pipeline? That foundational packaging work we just walked through perfectly sets the stage for continuous integration. In our very next module, we're going to take this exact distributable artifact and push it through a full CI/CD pipeline. To dive deeper into these programs, courses, and to explore all sorts of other Web3 topics, be sure to visit forge.college. So now that you know exactly how to build the bridge, what incredible AI tool are you going to send across it?